second damage dealer and
Yeah.
don't die to Rosmek, they are fine here. I mean, Uther, for example, was another great factor, I feel, when it came to trying to make sure that Genji didn't have the impact. So many times, the quick stun that we saw coming out of Splendor actually prevented a kill and therefore the reset on the Swift Strike.
Well, moving into the second ban here, Hanzo gets taken away. And will that be an instant pickup on the Garrosh again?
That also leaves Medivh open, by the way. So now we are all of a sudden in a situation where Diamond Skin changed their pattern because they realized that Hanzo is having too much of an impact. Garrosh taken right away. So Liquid, again, for Sport Billy, providing them with Garrosh. Had a massive impact in the last few games. Good kills that he worked up, not only through the Groundbreaker, but also making sure that he got those taunts in.
We didn't see Medivh picked once by... I'm double checking really quickly here. By Diamond Skin yesterday.
Yeah, Team Liquid has played 5 times with Medivh.
Yeah.
Diamond Skin has never played with Medivh. So...
it's a time.
I'm not so sure if that's really the situation where you pick Medivh. It might be, though, the case because they're really thinking about what they're picking here. Traditionally, you would expect Genji. That should be one of their picks for Rosmek again. Liquid is absolutely okay letting that through. They've shown that now several times. So Malfurion and Genji could be the setup.
So they're going to risk the idea of a Medivh into a Garrosh composition
I think
for
they
Team
walk
Liquid?
away from it. I actually don't think they're going to pick Genji. With how long they wait for this one?
They go with
Okay.
Genji.
Much ado about nothing. Like, with how long they ran down the clock, and that really felt as if they were debating, okay, are we going away from that?
Yeah.
What are we doing now? And it really felt for a moment as if they were just saying, okay, we need to change the pattern here. Haven't done that. Malfurion, Genji, again, Liquid has shown they are good against it. For me, more so the question is Hazop's going to pick up Medivh? Is that going to be the play? Because now they have an opportunity to do that. And with Garrosh, we have seen great Medivh play. Hazo can play it, so this is a chance for them to make it happen.
If you get the Medivh here, do you also pick the Maiev? Is that worth having those three together?
I mean, in the last few games, Hazo played one of the damage dealers. You can still play... I feel you can still play around that, but then you need to make sure that the one range damage dealer you pick up really is able to pack a punch.
Yeah, delivers. Like, I would probably look into like a Gul'dan. AoE damage would be great. They decide to leave the Medivh up, and we're going to get Maiev and Stukov instead for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I think with the setup here, not probably going to go into Medivh anymore. To be honest, after I thought about it, the problem that you have when you go into Maiev and you go into Medivh is you still need an offlaner and you also need your support. So you're basically banking all of your damage on Maiev and what tickles in from the rest. I don't really think you can sustain that. So I feel if you make the choice in favor of Medivh, picking Maiev 2 is a massive risk that you're running. And it makes you a very one-trick pony comp. So I would have said if they pick Medivh, they don't go for Maiev. And now that they have Maiev, I would expect them to just let Medivh slide.
You know what composition is available for Team Liquid, though? It starts with a Y and ends at Wink and Boink. The Junkrat.
Are we going back into that?
The Junkrat and the Maiev?
I don't. You see, I don't really feel you have to ban Medivh out of this position for the reasons just explained. I feel they are just afraid that it happens anyways, but I don't think you have to actually make that play there.
To be fair, Medivh portal into a Garrosh taunt into Maiev absolute control is kind of terrifying. But I see your line of thought, right?
The problem is if you shut it down, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And if you ever find yourself in a position, let's say, for example, the Protector is won by Diamond Skin. How do you defend against that if you're going into that Medivh, Maiev, Stukov comp? There's no hope from a range from afar that you have, and your wave clear is also suffering if you go for that.
Johanna being thought about as a ban here just to make sure that control isn't available for Diamond Skin. Having the Iron Skin gives you a little bit more possibility to handle both Garrosh and Maiev.
I mean, Johanna has been picked by them. I could also see, again, ETC being banned out, since we already said earlier it's a bit of a go-to for Diamond Skin. They have played Johanna twice. They lost both of those games. ETC is the much more dominant tank for Diamond Skin after Garrosh. 11 games played, so more than 5 times the amount that they played with Johanna. Doesn't mean they can't play Johanna here.
Sure. Diamond Skin thinking about their pickup here. Do you risk grabbing something a little bit more tanky? Maybe grabbing that Diablo? Or are we worried about him getting picked off by a Garrosh? They go actually with the Muradin, so there's that tanky option.
I feel Muradin was the go-to after you... if you don't go ETC, you go Muradin. Muradin has been played also by Robodoba 8 times. and he has an escape, so that helps you if Garrosh flips you. I don't think that in the setup that they are running here, Diablo would make that much of an impact. You have the silence already, which Stukov, which is always a threat for Diablo.
And if he gets away, Maiev pulls him back.
Yeah, Maiev pulls him in, you have Garrosh for the flip, there's a bit too much displays. And you normally, I mean, you have options for a stun into the wall, but not as many. So Junkrat now taken.
Dang, I want Team Liquid to get that. Poke, clear, helpful if you lose the protector. Junkrat does all the right things here. Dark Mush showed it in the past.
What's Hazop's playing? That's my question now. On the offlane, Sonya is still up, so we could see Sonya being played together with Garrosh.
Tychus for Team Liquid. Burns Muradin.
Hazo could play Tychus. I was more looking towards a mage, but Tychus would also work out. I still think that Gul'dan, for example, is also an option for them.
Yep.
And Hazo has played Gul'dan in the past, but Tychus, you're definitely right. Tychus is another one where if you get the jump on Muradin, you can get the kill. Thrall for the offlane and Gul'dan. There we have it.
Thrall, Gul'dan, Poke available, lots of control. Around the control point, Team Liquid has a scary lineup. Diamond Skin can poke themselves and find kills if anyone on the side of Team Liquid gets low, but they have a Stu guy. I'm worried about those
Thrall
kills.
has 3 wins today, by the way. So he's sitting. So from 2-8 when we came in today, he's sitting at 5-8 now. So he's really starting to ramp up. The Echo of Elements and everything is starting to actually work out for him. So he had a rough time before, but he's now starting to come into his own here.
Diamond Skin thinking about their sideliner. What are they going to pick up here? Is it going to be a safe play? The Blaze, be helpful with Maiev. You have a bunker to jump into. You have to be careful. Garrosh throws, you can cancel that out with the bunker too.
I would like something along the lines of Blaze. Sonya maybe.
Leo?
Yeah, even that. Just no Malthael. I don't think Malthael is the play for him. And a bit more sustain would be good for them.
Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze. I like that a lot.
Okay. Can Diamond Skin, based on this draft, pull it out?
I think it's rough for them.
Yeah.
With how Liquid played and how Liquid coordinated in the last few games, and with the draft that they have now, I think it's going to be really rough. Stukov with the silence, Garrosh with the taunt. Rosmig has to be so careful on Genji now. If he just oversteps for a second, he's going to find himself in another CC chain.
Yeah.
Then you have also Gul'dan, and Hazops is pretty strong on that. The setup on around a cage alone already frightens me. A Warden's Cage into a silence, into Echoed Corruption. That's just so much damage that you can pressure out on within seconds. And I'm really frightened about that. So I'm a bit worried for them, I'm not going to lie here. I really feel that what Team Liquid has should be enough to grant them another victory. If they get momentum, they're going to play the same dominance game that we've seen from them on Volskaya before. So Diamond Skin has to really throw everything on the line here and play perfect.
Yeah, for me, the only one I'm worried about is Thrall here. If he finds that engage that he wants to go into and just happens to get caught by a Junkrat, I can see him getting blown up pretty quickly. But I think I agree with you. Team Liquid looking really strong with this composition. Let's go into it. Game number 3. Volskaya Foundry. Team Liquid on the cusp of a 3-0. Will Diamond Skin be able to get their own win?
Game number 3 starting up, and Team Liquid is in the lead with a 2-0. Eternal again on Thrall. We have Hazops on Gul'dan, Splendor on Stukov, Norok on Maiev, and Sportbilly with a 3rd Orc in that setup. He's currently playing Garrosh.
Are Orcs taking over the HGC?
They
truly, yeah, that's a question as of late. On the right side in the red, Robodoba playing Muradin, Wolfjo on Malfurion, Darkmock to play Junkrat, Nande on Blaze, and Rosmeg to play Genji.
And I mean, you can't really blame them. I mean, who wouldn't go for the Horde if the alternative is the Alliance or something like that? So yeah, this is like, it's only one choice really.
I choose Overwatch still.
Huh?
I still choose Overwatch heroes.
Get out.
They're pretty fast, man.
Get out.
Sportbilly goes for a quick pick into a silence. Robodoba once out, but he's body blocked and he dies mid-jump.
Yeah, that was a quick kill there already, and Hazu delivering the damage on Gul'dan. I mean, this is what we were kind of afraid of, so a good kill against the tank, by the way, okay? Just like setting that up too. I'm also not 100% certain why exactly Robodoba would go for the Stormball build. I'm a little bit baffled as to that. When JPL picked it on Battlefield of Eternity, it was already a bit of an oddity pick, but it makes sense. Getting this now on this map does make very little sense to me. You are going up against a setup where poke is plenty, So you kind of want to have your third win to get those hit points up and just move out of a fight and get your HP back. So I'm very, very surprised that he went into Perfect Storm with this.
I mean, there's always the argument of, is third win going to save you from the combo of Team Liquid? Like, Gyarados throwing you into a silence, and then you get pulled back in by Maiev. Like, if you get out, you're going to get out anyways, right? So maybe build up a little bit more damage for those pick comps?
I really don't think that the argument holds much water, simply because, first of all, your Storm Ball doesn't do anything in that scenario either, so that's the first part. So it's not like this is giving him more survivability. But if you're playing around a control point and you constantly are at the front and you eat the damage from, let's say, Gul'dan, or even just like the chain lightning from Thrall, I think it's absolutely fantastic if you can move back a little bit and then come back in, because Malfurion is going to have his hands full with everything here anyway. So personally, I'm very surprised by this pick. I'm not saying it's like the most atrocious thing I've ever seen in my life, but here you can, I mean, this is the perfect example. He just got chunked down to half HP. That's when you want to have third wind. So now Wolfjord has to babysit him the entire time.
Yeah, but no, he has 15 extra damage.
Okay, you convinced me. The 15 extra damage, I didn't consider that.
Just
yeah, you're absolutely correct. The 15 extra damage are going to deliver.
Oh, Sportbilly is actually setting up a kink on Rosmeg. Oh my gosh, I thought he was actually going to be picked off, but Gyarados able to get the ground backer. Also get the throw there too. Rosmeg gets out, but boy, that was an interesting chain of events.
Yeah, that's just the pressure that Team Liquid is able to build up now. Robadoba starting to move in here. Going still on level 4, by the way, into the Thunderburn. So again, when we saw that happening on the side of the Dignitas, they went also into the level 4 damage output against the Immortal and against the objective. So that was the whole thought process behind it. Now we're not seeing that, but we still have that fight happening over the control point. So that's where Sportbilly is holding his own for a bit longer. Maiev is trying to de-push the top lane, but Junkrat is also on his way, doing the same. Down here, Eternal, you talked about it earlier, that he needs to be careful, and yeah, there's no jet propulsion that locks him into place for Rosmeg to get the kill.
Gets away safely, continues to finish that quest, 15 out of the 26 that he needs. Diamond Skin looking to control the point while Robadoba slowly slows down Team Liquid. A little bit worried here of him getting thrown. Sportbilly trying to find that ground breaker, but Rosmeg just enough distance here. Make sure we put some damage on there.
The poke is starting, and okay, they're throwing him in again. Oh, that hurt. He's barely getting out. Robadoba on the move back, just barely. Needs to see if he can tap. Maybe Wolfjord helping out as well. Grabs the globe first before he starts tapping. And is starting to rejoin the fight here. Sportbilly has also taken quite a bit of a beating at the front. That's why we're now having the healing pulse coming to play that they picked up at the top. And Maiev is now making her way in. So at this point, still 0% on the progress bar for both of these teams. But Nurok is joining into that 5 versus 5. And they have level 7. That's something that Diamond Skin just doesn't have yet.
Sounds comes out. Rosmeg goes in for an auto attack, but gets silenced in the last second. Doesn't matter though, because Nande still gets picked off. With the turrets popping out too for Team Liquid, they look to control the point. And finally, the percentage can start climbing. Just kidding. Diamond Skin comes back. They want more.
Yeah, and we they want more, exactly. I mean, ideally, they're going to try and take Sportbilly down. If they get that kill and make it a 4 versus 4, would be great. But Thrall isn't even here. Splendor is low, saves himself in that corner because Rosmeg was under pressure and couldn't go in to deliver the final blow. But now that we have the bot lane pushed out, that's another big wave the Diamond Skin is going to miss out on. Thrall is in the middle here, and we see Blaze trying to get that experience, but that was actually really well done again by Liquid. They killed Junkrat too. So they're winning on all fronts now. Nurok with the Wall of the Warden surviving as well. Robadoba going in again. Blaze finally arriving, but we just have an all-out brawl on our hands here.
Nande steps up too, goes in for a fight, but Sportbilly goes for another toss, and Nande underneath the turrets will take some damage. Pops the Pyromania to stay alive. Gyarados falls, but so does Nande. Yeah,
the tank's going down here, and we have Gul'dan, of course, benefiting from this just havoc that is happening here. 23 stacks already on Hazu-Ops, so he is really benefiting from all this brawling that is going on, since he can just stack a lot faster on his Echoed Corruption, and we're still fighting over the first objective. Liquid, through all that side lane pressure that we've seen, has now taken an entire level lead. Diamond Skin is farther ahead when it comes to the first objective, the first protector, but when it comes to the map in general, Liquid is currently doing well.
They're holding on there. 81% for the Diamond Skin, trying to finish it up. Thrall be able to push in the bottom lane, which means Nande has to go clear that out. So he's going to come in for a flank. He goes straight in for Wolfjo, lands a Wolf as well. Decent damage too. There's a sound. Snark goes in for the tether. Can he grab it on Wolfjo? Pulls it back at the last second. Wolfjo's able to escape, but Nande and him are both pretty bruised.
And Liquid has easily taken out the control over the point. And they are only half a level away from 10. There's just no way that Diamond Skin can really hold this. If Liquid goes on the side lane or gets a kill, 10 is there, and there's the kill. So this is a huge problem for Diamond Skin. They're losing another one, 5 kills against 1. Liquid looking fantastic. Completion on the quest for Garrosh. And with 10 just around the corner, I would be shocked if Diamond Skin would try another play for the control point.
I don't think they will. They have to go soak. They have Murden right now dealing with a bottom lane having to soak. And when you have a Murden soaking, you know you're hurting.
Exactly. That's usually what happens in Hero League when the rest of your team refuses to go into that off lane and you find yourself in that spot and you're like, guys, what am I doing here?
Team, I have no wave clear. Just pick Haymaker. Okay.
Robotova is now in the exact same spot. He's just like, well, I guess someone has to soak it. So he's taking it down at the bottom. And they seem like they're going to try and make a play. They're trying to try and go for 10, but no, the Protector is there. Here's the taunt, and who's in trouble? It's the Dwarf, and he goes down. You can have a Majestic Beard all you want, but it doesn't protect you from all the damage.
Yeah, your Majestic Beard is loud, but your abilities, not so much when you get silenced. Can't do much there as Team Liquid looks to do a little bit of poke on the middle wave, and they are starting to head towards the top lane. Diamond Skin has hit 10 themselves, so at least they can poke a little bit here, and if a fight breaks out, they can at least contest against their opponent. But Team Liquid, after a well-thought-out early game, head into the mid-game with a Protector and level 11.5 already.
Yeah, it's a very solid lead that they're currently holding here, and they are playing this map absolutely brilliantly. Liquid has played twice on Volskaya. They won both of their games. They're sitting at 100% win ratio, and especially the last time, they dominated through item control and really made it look strong. A well-thought-out plan by them. And they are currently trying to set something similar up once more. They're going for the fort. They have to be careful. The Protector is nearly gone, so don't moving too deep. Thrall, very well done here. Anchoring the side and keeping Nanda in play. And all of a sudden, there's another potential kill as Blaze goes down. Not even the Riptire can prevent that. Great play. Very nice positioning here from Eternal, making sure that that flank turned against Diamond Skin.
Dragon Blade pop, Rosbank has to go for an escape. Nerok's able to drop down the Warden's Cage here to the right, get the tether as well on top of Robodoba. There goes another flaunt into a taunt. At the same time, a Horrify connects. Rosbank has to get pushed back here to the side while Garrosh takes the front of the beating. Is Diamond Skin able to fight this? No. With multiple members getting low on mana, they have to back away.
That was a really awkward position for Team Liquid at first, as Norok was the target of attention from Diamond Skin, but the Warden's Cage and the follow-up nearly delivered a double kill into their hands. They didn't get the kills, but they're still in a decent spot with level 13 so close. And, I mean, look at how dominant they are again. 2-level lead, 7 kills against 1. They are really putting out the numbers now. And, of course, what have they done in the past? Item control. They already took the healing pulse a bit earlier, and that really helped them during these fights. Now we're seeing them again going for the turrets first. They're not quite as bold yet to invade Diamond Skin's own camp and trying to take the second turret, but still, they're looking strong. They're holding on to quite a few items. They're going to try and take even a few more before the next Protector spawns. So yeah, they're in a good spot.
Yeah, if all things go well, they'll have 2 turrets and healing pulse, as you mentioned, for the next control point, where Diamond Skin will only have 1 of the turrets for defense. 13 is the next goal for Diamond Skin. At least they know that their opponents are trying to control the items, so they're keeping an eye on them. Also setting up for that bottom lane as Blaze pushes it out there, as Diamond Skin would like to get a pick. But Team Liquid is not biting. They actually get in this top lane, clear it out pretty quickly, and look towards putting damage on that fort. It's already a win that they got in the well, but if they get a fort too?
Yeah, I mean, they are really playing around the talent advantage that they have. And they're doing it well. So they are going for it. I mean, just look at the minimap. Genji is trying to get experience. Diamond Skin is desperately attempting to get XP because they know that if they play around the objective at the top without having the 13 talent or being on equal talents, they are in trouble. But they're already in trouble as is, just simply because the top fort is gone. There's no safety retreat anymore. If now the kill against... Oh, God. Like, Roskmik barely gets away. He even held the turret.
Yeah.
That would have been... That would be even worse, but at the top there's no fountain, there's no fort. This is rough going for Diamond Skin. Liquid is again trying to snowball it here. And Househops is also doing a fantastic job stacking. He's at 31 stacks on his Echoed Corruption.
9 more, and he'll be able to finish that off. And with the 16 power spike about to hit 2, he will definitely be hitting pretty hard with that Corruption. We've seen in the world where if you have a couple of levels on your opponent, a Junkrat getting hit by all 3 of those stacks, that Runic Affliction will actually flat out kill him.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, they're trying to take towers down now. So if they can kill the towers here, they're working on 16 already. They have split out on the lanes, they've taken a few more structures. So Liquid is now on 15.5 against 13.5, a 2-level lead, and they can take it slow on the Protector and just simply say, guys, why would we even just go for it now? We can position Garrosh, but if they contest, he can just walk away, we can grab 16. And then we play again with a lead in talents.
Well, Team Liquid grabs the point at the top, and as you mentioned, Muradin's trying to force this fight. But with no one nearby, just trying to land a couple of store bolts and finish those stacks. And by the way, in terms of stacks, he's currently sitting at 13 on that level 1 for Murden. So getting additional damage available for the team. And we're going to go ahead and have this fight as we have an engage straight onto Sport Billy, and Dumbo comes out. Horrify as well. Here's the Riptire.
Yeah, Riptire, but oh, the Twilight Dream as well. And there's the kill against Garrosh. That's what Diamond Skin needed. They put all the eggs in the basket, and it delivered. Well done. Getting the kill against Garrosh just before Liquid hit 16 was important. Is that going to be enough to pick up the Protector? That's the other question, though.
Nurok gets engaged upon. He drops down the Warden's Gate. Going to try and hold here. The silence immediately afterwards, too, to make it a bit hard here for Diamond Skin to escape or even go in for the fight. Nande steps up and looks at Splendor. But here comes Eternal with the Earthquake.
Yeah, and the slows are in. And that tower, that fort, actually helped out. But Eternal is down. And that is staggered deaths all of a sudden, just as Garrosh is about to come back. That could cost them very well the Protector here. So the thought process was, of course, force the fight underneath the fort while there are no minions left so that the fort helps out, slows them down, and takes them apart. But as he gets focused, that was not enough to keep him alive.
And now Team Liquid in position with a talent advantage. Are they going to try and fight a 4v5 again? It looks like it, actually. Hassel moves up for control with Blaze in the middle lane. There's two tanks in position to come in for a flank. Splendor trying to sneak on by so he doesn't get caught out. Sport Billy will toss him in the corner, but Hasselhoff becomes a prime target. Big taunt popping out. Here's Nande too.
And there's a kill against Genji. Genji's already down, and even with the bunker, it could be the end of Robadoba as well if they get a hold of him. But Sport Billy has retaken the point. The talent advantage was enough to get them the 4 versus 5 advantage here. Great play by Liquid, again, not even waiting for Thrall to come back, which they could have done. But now we have 16 versus 16, and it's time for more items. Healing Pulse? No, they see Blaze. They're trying to go for Blaze instead.
Poor Billy shouldn't be able to capture him. Okay, Nande is able to get out. But what a weird sequence of events between the two in the top. Multiple fights at disadvantages for both of them.
Yeah, I just think Liquid at that point overstepped slightly.
Yeah.
They were trying to hold it a bit too long before 16 hit, and then they suffer the first death. Then they see an opportunity on the fort, and like, guys, if we can actually slow them in the fort and fight right there, force the battle underneath it, we have the advantage. That didn't work out quite well. But those are easy mistakes to make, and well, close calls as well. Again, the lockdown against Robadoba, the cleanse coming in, but here it is just way too much.
He just can't move.
The Dwarf is down, and Wolf Joe might be the next one.
Wolf Joe, Groundbreaker out. Nurok stepping forward, has a tether up pretty soon. Doesn't even matter. Twilight Dream gets popped, and he gets taken out. Riptire comes in to try and clean up Eternal, but Eternal has just enough life, and they drop down the healing pulse. And with a Protector, Team Liquid intends to push.
Yeah, and we have 10 kills against 3, and it's just a dominant position for Liquid to be in. Second Protector should drop down another fort. And we're talking, of course, about sustain again on these lanes, about the fountains being taken out, which gives you the added advantage when the next Protector is going to spawn. And level 20 is another big goal for Liquid now. If they can open the wall at the keep, that alone would already be a victory. Extra damage on the keep itself, of course, that would just be the cherry on top.
Set themselves up to be able to grab that keep later on. Do you think they can actually grab the keep here? They got a good 19 seconds left on the Protector. Well, they continue to move forward. They clear out the wave, and here they go. At least get some damage on it as they continue to poke, but look at Blaze. Nande is wanting to come in for a flank. Yeah,
they're going to try and get some damage in, but they can't really focus on the keep completely. Okay, so once again, Jet Propulsion doesn't do a whole lot here. Gets a bit more damage in. Nande getting chunked down. Diamond Skin wants to fight. They're trying to go for it, and here comes the Dwarf, immediately thrown away. Dragon Blade comes in, the cage is on the ground. Rosmek is getting some damage, but the taunt is there. Horrified!
Oh my.
And that should be it. No, he gets away. Oh my god, Rosmek, the bunker of Nande, saving him here. That should have been a kill.
Especially when it was so well played by Team Liquid into a taunt, the immediate Horrify afterwards. That was the entire game plan, just to delete Rosmek, but able to get out thanks to Malfurion, and of course Nande dropping down that bunker. Diamond Skin don't get any kills, but they survived to soak the lanes.
They are soaking the lanes now, but level 20 is of course the big problem. So here it comes again. So the taunt, here's the Horrify.
Last second deflect. Wolf Joe's able to get the heals, that bunker, so he can jump into it, even with the sounds being on top.
That was really a close call there. It was slightly off coordination. I mean, we're really nitpicking at this point.
Like, in any other scenario, I feel like that would have been a kill. If there was not a bunker.
Yeah, totally. But even if the silence is hitting a little bit differently, you know, there's like so many small things that could have happened that would have confirmed the kill. But I mean, we're talking hindsight 2020 here, and of course from the benefit of no adrenaline being involved here, just like really analytically looking at that. Well, if you have half a second earlier, you have the silence down, and he's dead. So yeah,
I don't know about you, but I got about 2% adrenaline going right now. I don't know what you're sitting at.
We have Liquid now half a level away from 20, and that's the big one. That's really the big one. That's also why they're playing a bit more passive. They don't want to give Diamond Skin another option to force a fight on even Talons. Hazorps had, of course, completed his Echo Corruption already a while ago. Talking about Roba-Doba, since this... Oh, nice! Force into the fight, Ball of the Wardens. And even with a Horrify, Nurok barely getting out of this one. Great engage by Diamond Skin. Is Nurok actually going to fall here still? Yeah, he is. Genji goes in and takes him down. Diamond Skin makes it happen again. Impressive.
Wow, very impressive there. And they even get a 4-2, which gives him a nice experience bump. Sport Billy jumps in and gets a throw on Nande, but Rosnek pops a Dragon Blade, and that means Splinter has to get out. He gets thrown by Sport Billy to keep him alive. Eternal with the Earthquake will do a little bit of damage, but Team Liquid loses one, and Diamond Skin is now in a spot where they can get 20 and fight over the next control point.
Exactly. It's not the kill alone. It's the kill, the experience that you get through it, and the fort that was taken at the same time. Those things added together give Diamond Skin level 20 for the next Protector, and also with the map control, they just picked up another Healing Pulse. So I like desperate Diamond Skin when they feel they have to make a play, and it works out for them.
Speaking of me and desperate, they go for another pick. Sport Billy goes around and gets a nice little ground breaker with Hospitals following up with a really sick Corruption. 20 still here as Splendor is looking for the possible heal. Eternal at the same time takes some damage, but the Massive Shift comes out. Roba-Doba kicked away, and at least they get a kill.
Yeah, they get the kill against Junkrat. So it's really back and forth here. It's like ping pong. One side gets a bit of an advantage, and immediately the other side brings the ball back and gets the counter kill. Now we have 5 versus 4 in Liquid's favor. Teams are both in 20. Roba-Doba, by the way, as we've been talking about, his level 1 quest is currently sitting at 24 stacks, so he's one Stormbolt hit away from completing his quest as well on Muradin, so a bit more CC added to them. But another 30 seconds, and is that going to be the Protector for Liquid? 18 minutes in with the 20 Talons. Is that going to be the one where they can finally start attacking the keeps directly, or is Diamond Skin willing to set up a fight for it?
Diamond Skin should be able to move in for a fight if they were deciding to the moment that Junkrat spawns up, but Team Liquid is actually chasing your Diamond Skin down and keeping them on the backside. Eternal comes in and gets a wolf on Rosmek, meaning Diamond Skin's all currently at the top lane, which does buy Team Liquid a little bit more time to finish the Protector. I like the little small maneuver.
I like it too. The question is this, how much do they get out of this now? Diamond Skin, that is. Liquid has done very nicely. I mean, you talked already about them pushing this out a little bit, buying a bit more time, but it's still a 90%, and this can still be the 5 versus 5 fight. Here comes the nice Earthquake. Great timing here. Throwing Rosmate out. He even took his 16 to have the additional jump. The cage is in, but the bunker has an immediate counter to it, and here comes the Protector. Oh, and that's gonna hurt. The Twilight Dream on the other hand against Liquid, but they get the first kill against Blaze. Rosmek on the other hand, is he the one who can deliver the kills? Roba-Doba survives, Malfurion is down, but here comes Genji with a double kill. The last slice is in. Here's the Horrify, they're trying to lock him down. Rosmek on the run, Hazorps trying to find if he can maybe get close enough to get that kill. Hazorps thrown in by Sport Billy, not quite enough to take Genji down. Sport Billy himself needs to be careful. But yeah, a 2-for-2 trade thanks to Rosmek, and he just kept them in that play.
Yeah, it actually looked like it was a little bit of a miscommunication. They were trying to get Gul'dan out of the Protectors so they could Thrall into it, and they were dancing around this Punisher the entire time. That's where Rosmek was able to find those kills. Ooh, and they do it again here. Stikov jumps in.
Billy needs to be careful now because he's nearly dead. Billy is nearly dead, and yeah, they are moving away from this. The heroes that are still alive on the side of Liquid are too dangerous. Gul'dan can't get close enough to this because Roba-Doba has the extended range on his jump, and we're having Rosmek too. Once that Protector is down, Garrus is dead.
Josh.
He should fall
Shield for now. Gets another shield here.
No way!
Able to come around. Can he throw Rosmek?
No way! They're actually saving him, and they nearly get a kill as a result.
One of the things about the Protector is right before it goes down, if you pop your E button, you get the shield out of the Protector. So that's how Scorpio is able to save himself.
But let's sum up quickly what happened here. At the end of the day, the bottom line is that Diamond Skin just defended their keep.
Yeah. It's low, but they defended it.
So there was a lot of back and forth. There were kills on both sides. We had a nice double kill from Rosmek, and that was the important part. Team Liquid getting 2 as well. But it was an 18-minute Protector, and at the end of the day, Diamond Skin holds onto the keep and stay in the game. It's pretty impressive. It's really has to play by them. I'm really liking it. Liquid's still the ones with the pressure, and they have 13 kills against 6, so there's a lot of threat potential coming from them. But still, Diamond Skin knows how to impress here today. Every time you think they're dead or about to go down, they turn things around.
And they're in a world now where they can win this control point in the middle. Diamond Skin already positioned to do so, but it's not going to be here for a little bit. Looking for possible kills and maybe want to come interrupt that turret that was being grabbed. They're actually putting this damage on the fort here, trying to find ways to poke down their opponent. It's one of the best ways for them to get kills, is have that Junkrat poke constantly come in, and then have Rossmeg eventually go in for that kill.
Spot Billy already here trying to go for that follow-up, by the way. Hazobs really is playing well around the cooldowns now. He waits for Spot Billy to make a move, and when Spot Billy says, I got it, then the Echo Corruption comes out. So if that combo hits, then it delivers. With the Runa's Affliction in particular, damage output is just crazy.
Nurok topping up the Spirit of Vengeance, thinking about possibly going in for an engage, but not going to take anything that's too risky. Wolfjo with that Malfurion root, always in a position to try and lock him down if he gets the chance.
Yeah, Robodoba is also waiting for a jump the entire time. He's just looking for any kind of target that is out far enough so that he can jump in with his level 16 and get something done here. Like, everyone is just dancing around right now, angling for position and trying to be as safe as they possibly can. Darkmook himself, of course, on Junkrat is pushing out insane damage. It's very sporadic damage. But still, he's sitting at 100,000, 104,000 damage for him. Just to put this a bit in perspective, Hazobs on Gul'dan is playing a great game here, but he is on 69k, so still 30,000 short of what Junkrat is able to push in. A little bit more on point, but still. Rossmeg himself, also just to add that up, is on 62,000, so very much up there with Gul'dan.
Part of the reason why Stukov has so much healing right now, almost 130,000 in this game, trying to prevent that Junkrat damage that keeps poking out. Finally, the control point comes up in 20 seconds. Rossmeg gets caught into a taunt, into a Horrify. Can he get away? No. Genji taken away.
That combo is just sick. You get the taunt, you get the Horrify, and there's nothing that Genji can do. Can't move. And this is now Malfurion in a world of pain. Goodbye, old geezer. He's down. Eternal, does he survive?
He needs to. He survives. Robodoba goes in, looking for that Storm Bolt, the extra 125 damage from his level 1 talent. Not enough, though. As Bunker comes out, Warden Cage 2, Robodoba trying to stay alive, and he falls too. That's 3 down.
It's a triple. They get the triple kill here. Now, what does Team Liquid do with this? They're moving through the bot lane. They're trying to take the camp first, maybe, for the extra turret. They want to keep at the bottom, and I mean, ideally, you want to end the game right now. But they're low. They're actually really low. They need to be careful. Oh, but Blaze! They actually get Blaze again! Billy! Billy the God gets the angle, gets the flip, and that's the end of Blaze as Diamond Skin tries to slow them down, tries to poke against them. Billy just doesn't care at all, and he's once again right up in their face, take them down. Now we're having the quick move against Darkmook, and he's just getting hammered into the ground. Down he goes. Only Genji is alive. Have fun defending that Rossmeg.
Ross doesn't pop the Dragon Blade and try to. The taunt comes out, but he's able to dodge on it. He goes straight into Hasselhoff, and he's actually cleaving pretty well here. Drops out the Protect at the same time, but eventually the silence comes in from Splendor, and we're gonna have Genji fall. Wolfjo comes up, but it's too late. Team Liquid delivers the final blow to the core, and they're gonna go up 3-0 and win the series.
19 kills against 6. Team Liquid with the victory. 3-0 for them, looking great there towards the end. Good plays on the side of Diamond Skinner as well, but these combos, taunt into the Horrify, into the silence. Genji just doesn't pay attention for 1 second. It's just 1 pixel in the wrong spot. Garrosh gets close to him, and he is down. Billy once again delivering. Hazobs with the follow-ups here. Splendor as well. Team Liquid is looking dangerous.
We came in the series and we're like, hey, watch out for Robodoba and his Garrosh, but Sport Billy woke up and he's like, hey, hold my Cerveza. I got this here. Came in here, showed off many combos, tossing many members in the fights, and as you mentioned, Hasselhoff's there to follow up with those combos as well. Just Team Liquid in general, finding that synergy. Again, we talked about it earlier. Coming together, getting these multiple wins, and they're starting to become a scary, fierce team to play against. When we're getting ready for this playoff scenario in a couple of weeks, this is a team that you might want to look out for.
Oh yeah, definitely. The question is, how far can they go? They still have a couple of matches left that are actually really impactful too. So they could definitely make maybe even... I mean, I think there's probably still a scenario. It might be a bit of an outlier scenario since they started off in a pretty bad spot, but maybe there's even an outlier scenario where they could get into the second position. Even if that's not the case, they have a very good chance of climbing the ranks right now and getting a fantastic playoff spot.
I mean, Method, gotta watch out there. I mean, looking over to Fnatic as well. Some teams, Team Liquid will be looking to take down in the near future. Now, for now, we'll celebrate their big victory to take down Diamond Skin, which is even more impressive because Diamond Skin yesterday, it seemed like they had it all together against Dignitas, and now suddenly we're in a weird situation where it's like, is Team Liquid that good, or did they have Diamond Skin figured out, whereas Dignitas may not have had it so much? I don't know, man, but things are looking good for TL.
I mean, at this point, really, just Liquid looks strong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they can take anyone in the league right now, but against Dignitas, they looked strong. They show consistency, and it's not only the fact that they're winning and that they're getting good results, but in game you have this synced up perfectly, and that is something that we haven't seen from Liquid in a long time before the second part happened. So things are looking good for them, and it starts to get pretty. There's a pretty thin air going on at the top of the European standings because outside of Dignitas, anything's